Find out why less than 10% of rental assistance have been distributed to states across America. This is so painful to watch. How to know if you qualify for the recent approval of the new eviction ban, and how the recent approval of the $3.5 trillion stimulus package could contain billions of dollars for housing across America. Found some shocking statistics regarding how much actual stimulus money for housing has hit the streets. We've known that this is a huge problem. They found that $4.2 billion of that money has reached households, which is less than 10% of the allotted $46 billion for rental and for their landlords. We got to work together, folks, to get this money. It's tough. This is one of the worst executed programs I've seen, literally, of all the programs I've covered. Emily Benfer, a visiting professor of law at Wake Forest University, explains it's imperative that cities and states deliver the rental assistance to risk communities as quickly as possible to prevent evictions and consequences from public across all of the communities. She also continued, while the moratorium pauses the eviction crisis, it's the rental assistance that can stop it, can fix the problem. You know, Biden said he's extremely disappointed. A federal judge said that the CDC didn't have the authority to do what they did, and they're doing it again. But the reason why the federal judge said that was to make sure that this rental assistance, the $46 billion, could get to you. Well, hopefully more money can start hitting renters and landlords and mortgages across America soon, as we still have more than $40 billion in stimulus disaster relief funds for renters and landlords. I've heard in your comments how difficult all this is. Like, you've got to get an eviction letter. I've heard so many different things. It sounds like they don't know how to deploy this money, and they're scared to deploy it. So it's been really strange. Meanwhile, if a national eviction ban expired July 31st, the CDC issued a new protection for renters that created the new eviction moratorium that will protect most renters until October 3rd. This new order eviction moratorium covers renters in areas experiencing substantial and high levels of concern, the Delta that's sweeping the nation, which accounts for, this is the good news, 80%, and bad news at the same time, 80% of America. So you're probably in the area. To be eligible, the CDC states that you also have to meet the requirements of the former eviction ban, such as having earned less than $99,000 in 2020 or 2021. For further details, including where and how you can apply for these vital disaster relief protection stimulus checks, click on the link down below to apply for rental assistance and forgiveness. I'm like, this has been a disaster, right? This is disaster relief funds. That's been a disaster. Finally, the Senate did pass a massive $3.5 trillion infrastructure stimulus earlier today, pumping in much-needed fiscal support for important programs such as tax breaks aimed at strengthening social and environmental programs. Now, a lot of this money is just, they have a plan for it, but it hasn't, the details are up to us to figure out. Fortunately, some of these disaster relief funds will be spent on housing initiatives and new housing resources to encourage a fast transition to clean energy, as of course the Democrats want, right? But Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer explains, at its core, this legislation is about restoring the middle class in the 21st century and giving more Americans the opportunity to get there. While we still need to see and await the House approval and, of course, President Biden's signature, it's great to see these vital stimulus funds spent on housing initiatives that deserving Americans across the country need, want, and is a huge problem today. What do you think about this new infrastructure stimulus bill, rental assistance, housing eviction protection, and other disaster relief programs? I'd love you to let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. It's like being part of the family, having a discussion. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and also check out the how to apply for it in the link down below. If you see it in the comments, that's not coming from me. I'm the one that's shaded with a check mark. If you're looking for me, that's it. Also, check out the video. I sit down with a friend of mine that owns the brand No. 1 Tequila. It's pretty incredible. It talks about branding and your business if you have one, or maybe one that you work for. So make sure you check that out.